Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Daniela and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark and eBay and dabbling a little bit in Mercari. Let's add that in there too. So I know it's been about 2 weeks, but this is going to be a really quick video. I'm actually going to talk about one of my Instagram posts that I had put out there a few weeks ago regarding Reselling 101 and what that means to me and what that could mean to you. So yeah, let's sit down. This is kind of a different scene. I'm actually about to start working, so I figured I'd sit down really quick, film a video, and then start my day. Okay, so I have been putting out these Instagram how-tos, quick tips kind of thing, right? And they're just, I'm looking at my computer just so that you guys are aware I'm not like staring off into space here. And these are just meant to be like quick, informative infographics that you can save and look at and do what you wish with it. I mean, I don't know everything. This is just what I've learned along the way, and I like to teach and share. So I'm going to do that. I'm kind of go into detail about the things that I've written down and how I've utilized these steps. And maybe it'll help one of you that are watching that are newer to reselling. So I'm actually going to link this infographic in the description down below too. So if you don't have Instagram, you can access this as well. It's on Canva, so you can easily edit it and put it in whatever format you need to. Also, before we get started, see this top right here? Isn't it super cute? It's from Madewell, and I actually bought it from Ryan. So if you know Jack and Ryan, Flipped Thrift is Jack's YouTube channel. I bought this from them, so I love it. It's very cute. Anyway, so the first thing I have on here for reselling, and I think this is really important when you decide to make this switch from reselling being a hobby to reselling being a business. I think this is important or crucial really, no matter what business venture you're getting into. So the first thing I have on here is to create an action plan. So what does that mean, right? Like why does an action plan even really matter? You just really need to know what your why is. Why are you reselling? What is the purpose of it for you? What's your business plan? Because I think a lot of us go into reselling with, okay, this is a great way for me to make money. It's a good side hustle or it's a good full-time gig. I could get to be my own boss. But what is your actual write-up? What is the business plan? All businesses need to have a plan. It needs to be written up. That's your organizational system. That's your chart that you're going to follow, right? Those are your instructions as to how your business is going to run. What is it that you want to accomplish in your reselling business? What's the purpose of it? Are you just doing it because you like to go shopping? And that's totally fine. If that's what your goal is, you like to go shopping and this is your way of going shopping and then getting money from it and then reinvesting that money back into the business. That's what some people do, and that's fine. I know for me, my why and my purpose to reselling is specifically to make money to then save money or to work towards a savings goal to pay off items that I have or to go towards my new house, which hopefully will be purchased by the end of this year or beginning of next year. So do I reinvest a lot of the money that I make on reselling? Yes. The reason for that is it's part of my business plan is I reinvest a good portion of my money right now that I'm making. I'd say probably about anywhere from 70 to 80% of the money that I'm making right now is being reinvested, and that is being done with a purpose. And I'll go into detail more in the months to come as to why I've been doing what I'm doing when it comes to reinvesting, and how I'm seeing the rewards of that now. I've been reinvesting that amount of money probably for the last 6 months, and I'm finally starting to see the benefits of it. I'm probably going to reinvest a little bit less in the next couple, maybe 2 or 3 months, and pocket a little bit more. So we'll talk about that in another video, but you need to know why you're actually starting the business. What's your reason? Let me know what your reason is down below. I'm actually curious to know why you started reselling. Then I just kind of go into, is this purely a hobby? Because it could be, and that's, again, fine. If your goal is to just be sustainable and help the economy, and it's fun to shop and sell things, that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Not everyone wants to make this a business. So there's that. And then I just add a little note in here that no matter what your why is, you must first establish your plan of action with your business to get to your why. And that's just something for everyone to think about. So the next slide is how to be successful. So the first thing that I think is really important, it's something that I do, is create checklists, create daily task lists, non-negotiables that you need to do every single day in your business. And now this is going to take you sitting down one day and literally writing out everything and understanding what every little tiny, even minute little task might be, why it's there, what its purpose is, and things that you just have to get done. Now, when you write out these lists, you might also notice that you're doing a lot of tasks that aren't necessary, that you don't really need to do every day, that they're taking up too much of your time. Time is money. Less time you're spending listing, sharing whatever it is that's important to your business. For me, it's listing. That's less time that you're able to actually make money. So if I'm wasting, so this is my opinion, if I'm wasting time measuring every single item, which I haven't done ever, I've never measured my items. Measurements are available upon request. That's it. That's my motto. I have everything organized. So if someone asks for measurements, I just go grab the item within the bin that it's located in. I measure it, I send it to them, and I typically do it while I'm shipping. And I've always done it that way. I have never spent time measuring. So that's not on my checklist of things I need to do. One thing that is on my checklist of things I need to do is after every time that I purchase inventory, I enter it in at that day. I don't wait. I do it as the receipts come in. So that's something on my checklist that always needs to get done. It might not be on a daily basis because I don't source every day, but on the days that I source. So having a checklist to make sure that your daily tasks are getting done to ensure that your business is successful. Very important. Second thing is creating a weekly or monthly, depending on how you source, budget, and to log every expense. So here are the expenses that I think you should include, and I'm sure there's more. Besides your inventory that you're buying, you need to be adding in your mileage. You need to be adding in your time, your materials, your goods, your storage, your Wi-Fi, gas for your car, Uber, if that's what you take. All of these items need to be factored in to your budget. So that's how you really find out what your time is worth and what it actually costs you to do all this. And are you really making money from it? Once you understand all that, you're in really good shape. It takes a while to get to that point though. So if you're new and you're not here yet, it's okay. These are things for you to strive towards and to work towards. The next thing I have on here is to control your sourcing habits. This is really hard even for me. You need to know what sells for your business. You need to know what your sell-through rate is. You need to know how much your net profits are. You need to realize that sourcing every item that you find that you think is great or that the brand may be good is not necessarily what's right for your business. Just because their store has been really great and they have a ton of items, that doesn't mean that you should buy them. You really should only be buying what sells in your business, what sells well, what sells quickly, and what works. Like, what is it that works for your business? For me, I use, and I've talked about this in my last video, I use an analytical dashboard. I also have my own spreadsheets that I use as well, but I use Sarah Styles' sales and trends, inventory, and just sales dashboard. I have all three. And that's how I'm able to see, okay, over the last 6 months, these are my top selling brands. Okay, I really need to focus on this. I need to really look at the brands that are selling for me, looking at the categories that are selling for me. That's where I need to be. the data is telling me what works. Why don't I just do it, right? So it's taken some time for me to get there. And I do have to like reel it in sometimes because it's fun to shop. I mean, I enjoy shopping. I always have. Um, but you really need to focus, and you need to see what works. For some people, buying palettes is what works for them, and there is no rhyme or reason to the category because that's what works for them, and that's great. Every reseller is different. Some people go to the bins and pick up whatever they can. Also great. That's what works for their business. That method doesn't work for my business. I've tried it. I haven't tried palettes, but I've tried the whole go to the bins, pick up a bunch of brands, try it out. That doesn't work for me. I am the most successful when I am hyper focused on what is working within my business. And that's fine. That might not work for you, but that's what works for me. But I think it's good to know what it is that works in your business. But I also think it's important not to become a shopaholic, because there's a difference. There's a difference between buying items that work for your business and then just buying items because of the thrill of buying stuff. Take it or leave it. Those are just my thoughts. The next point that I have is to keep record of everything in your inventory. This is something that I wish I started when I first started reselling, because it's a pain in the butt to do now. So tracking your cost of goods, tracking each item, all of that stuff, where you bought it, how much it was, all of that. Do it from the beginning. Don't wait, because it's just a headache to do it later on. The next thing is to stay organized. Basic tip, but important. You need to make sure that you're organized. It doesn't have to be perfect. It could be your own method of organization. Stay organized. And then stay up to date. This is not, okay, so I need to say this. You don't have to do this point. I do it because I find it's helpful to me. Staying up to date with the latest fashion trends, what items are selling on big platforms like Revolve, like Net-a-Porter, like Shopbop. What are the new arrivals looking like? What's on Urban Outfitters? What's the new cool hip thing, right? So understanding what that is, understanding what new brands are coming into the market, what brands are trending on certain platforms, like all of that is, to me, is important because it puts me in a better position to know what to pick up when I'm at the thrift store, and I can spot labels easily and I can just understand them better. It's not like you absolutely have to do that. Some people don't, but for me, it's helpful. Okay, the next thing here is to get to know your reselling platform. And I think the first piece of advice that I need to give is pick one platform to start with. Don't jump around to a million platforms. Understand one platform really, really, really well, then move into another platform, and then learn that platform really, really, really well. Once you know one platform, in the insides, the outs, everything, the in-betweens, you can kind of do your thing with it, right? List, share, whatever it is, if it's Poshmark you're sharing, and then you can step back a little bit. You don't have to be so hyper focused on it, and you can put all your energies into a new platform if you want, and start to learn that really well. So for me, I learned Poshmark really, really well, and now I'm comfortable with it. I don't have to spend as much time on it. I list, I walk away kind of thing. I'm really focused on eBay, which has gotten better. eBay's a beast, though, and requires so much time, and I definitely haven't dedicated all my time to it, but I've dedicated quite a bit, and I'm learning that a lot more in terms of using it for business purposes. And then Mercari is something that I'm just kind of dabbling in because of, I guess, the hype that's out there, but I also see the potential within Mercari and the longevity of Mercari. So I really am trying to slowly incorporate that in and understand it and how it works and just kind of all those components on it. I have some stuff listed on there. I have been making a few sales, so that's encouraging, because I've been on there for a while and I've always listed stuff but never made sales. But within the last month, I've made like 4 sales. So it piqued my interest a little bit. So yeah, I think it's really important just to like sit down and really, really understand one platform. Great way to do it. Just dive in, right? Just venture into the platform as if you were a buyer and learn about it. YouTube, another great resource. Instagram, another great resource. There's lots of people on here and on Instagram that share information regarding the platforms all the time. So the information's out there. It's just a matter of sitting down and taking the time, right? So I'm basically, what I just said is basically what's on the slide. Study the platform of choice, watch videos, read about it, ask questions in the community, familiarize yourself with the features of the application, all that stuff. The next thing is to be consistent. Now, this can mean different things to each person. To some people, being consistent means you need to do the same function every day. To some people, it means that you are listing a certain amount of items every week. To some people, it means that you're just being active on the app or platform, right? It can mean different things to every person. So for me, this is what it means to me. I'm listing and relisting daily. I'm engaging with customers and sending offers. I'm answering questions. I am improving my descriptions. I'm revising. I'm editing. I'm doing all of that stuff. I'm looking at my pricing. I'm looking at the market. Has the market changed? Is my pricing off? Why has this item been sitting for 2 months now? Why has this item been sitting for 3 months now? So if you don't know me, my turnaround time is really fast. I don't like items to sit longer than 3 months. And if they do, depending on the item, I either keep it and I keep relisting it and I adjust my pricing, or I send it into the Real and now ThreadUp. So, but ThreadUp's wait time is a little long right now, so that's kind of on the back burner. Anyway, those are the things that I do. And that's it. That's all this infographic says. And it's basically just a quick, I'm brand new. What are the things I should be really, what are the most important things that I should be considering? Because again, this is opinion. This is not fact. Some of it's facts, but it's things that I've learned along the way and things that I think are the most important when you're first starting out. There's so much more that I could add to this, but that's not the purpose of these. These are just meant to be just quick reference points for anyone, right? So yeah, that's all we're going to talk about today. I'm going to do a video next week too, kind of on the same idea of another infographic that I put out, and people seem to really be liking these little quick tips. So if you have any ideas, any quick tips that you'd like to see me create to post and to do videos on, let me know. I will gladly do them. These are quick videos. This is sustainable for me. I can do it. The other thing too is I will link this in the description, like I said before. I will also link Sarah Styles' dashboard below. It is an affiliate link for me. It's not like I'm making millions of dollars on it. If you'd like to purchase it, and I know a couple of you have and have used my link, so thank you very much. That's very helpful for me. Any source of income is very helpful at this point. Yeah, and I will see you guys next week. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless something comes up, and then I let you guys know on Instagram, because I haven't been great when it comes to posting videos, but life's been hectic, essential worker problems. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next week. Bye.